Happy St. Patrick's Day!
Yay!
So excited for a day off work during lockdown. It's going to make all the difference. Sorry to rub it in, Miriam. I know you don't get that.
Wait, do you have a day off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And it's a Wednesday, so it's a bang in the middle of the week. It's so nice.
Hump days off. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to do anything for St. Patrick's Day?
Drink in the house. I don't know. Drink outside in the open.
Will you watch like an Irish movie or something? You should watch Darby O'Gill.
Something like that. Do you know what I might do? And I feel like I'm in Egypt. I didn't know about this. Apparently this has always been a thing. But McDonald's do a green milkshake. But I never knew that.
Do they do it in the north? I know they do it in America. I feel like I've never seen it.
People are like, oh my God, that's always been a thing. Why are you so excited? I'm like, what? I've never seen this. This is so cool to me. Because I'm intrigued what the flavour would be. Would it be mint or...
I believe it's mint.
It's bound to be mint. But it's like proper green. Like, yeah, I'm really excited.
That sounds so fun.
So might do that. Big plans.
Big plans.
Do people celebrate it in Hong Kong?
Yes. All of the expats go out and they just, drink and get drunk.
Excuse to drink.
Yeah. But I might go. There's a bar that is doing like green beer and all the cocktails are going to be green. It's just green.
Yeah.
Warning. Me Time and Murder is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Oh, for God's sake, here
Dancing
it goes.
Around him, reciting poetry. Yes.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
No. Why? Oh, well, big surprise.
Oh, God. Dead on the bathroom floor.
Did it? Okay. Oh.
Therese, what are you drinking?
Today I have a tea that we've never talked about before. It's new to me. I think it'll be new to you. So it's a company called Kib, K-I-B, and they're herbal teas, this is how they describe them, that are flavour forward and planet positive.
What flavour? I
am having their chamomile, lemon balm and lavender. And the packaging is out of this world, you guys. It is just the nicest tea packaging I've ever seen. What are you drinking today?
I am drinking Marks and Spencer's Strawberry and Raspberry Infusion. And what about your face or hair? What are you doing?
Today I'm using a Garnier Moisture Balm tissue mask. This one is the pink one. Oh, it's for dull skin. So there's lots of different ones depending on your skin type. This is... I have a lot of these, but this is the one with the flower and it's pink and so it's super hydrating. It's just the hyaluronic acid as always. So yeah, what about you? What are you doing?
Oh my God, I don't know how to pronounce it. It is St. Ives, Aiki, blueberry and chia seed oil. Is it Aiki? A chia? A kia? A sia?
Oh, acai berry.
Acai.
Well, that's how I say it. I'm not sure if that's correct. No, it's acai.
Acai?
That's it. That's what it is.
No E
oh,
in
I'm sure on that. It's acai. It's the purple.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely acai. Yeah, I remember when that craze came out. It started a few years ago. We were in like Brazil and there was all these shops everywhere. I'm not sure, does it grow there or something? But it was everywhere. And we were like, what is this? We hadn't really copped on. Like we hadn't heard about it. It's like a superfood and all of that. So yeah, I wonder what it's doing to your face.
Well, it says that superfood is not only for your smoothies, but it's also for your face. It says on it, don't flush me. I don't flush my sheet masks, but like...
Oh my God,
I guess some people do. That's so, yeah.
That's really strange, isn't it?
I haven't seen that on another sheet mask. It says, don't flush me, ! I like that they're reminding people that it doesn't really dissolve in water.
What is that orange drink? It's got like a square bottom on the glass.
Oh, yeah, we went to Bubba Gump Shrimp.
That's what it is.
It's just like some crappy cocktail. It was okay. It wasn't amazing. But you get to keep the cups.
No way. What? Is that crab claws?
So it was intense. It was deep fried shrimp, deep fried crab, deep fried fish.
And what's the blue drink?
It was like a blue Hawaiian coconutty pineapple-y type thing.
Very nice. I'm living vicariously through you because we don't get to go out. I sat yesterday and had an espresso martini at 2 p.m.
Nice.
On my own.
Oh.
Well, Dan was there, but he wasn't drinking. So if you're drinking alone,
well, then you're basically on your own.
I was basically on my own, you know, like he was about to go for a run. So he's like, I'm not having a drink before I go for a run. So I was like, yeah, it was.
It'll make it more interesting.
It was sad. It was a very sad experience. But
how did you make the espresso martini?
It was from a can. Yeah, the story does not get better. It had been sat in my fridge for so long. Okay, espresso martini is one of these things. I can't find a time to drink it because I don't want to drink it too late at night. It's going to keep me up all night.
It'll keep you up.
But then if you drink it too early in the day, it's like not appropriate to be drinking.
Oh,
so I've never found the time to drink this can. It's been in my fridge for weeks, months maybe. Anyway, that's my story. All
right. Before we start this, I want to say that there is a little bit in this story that is quite graphic. It's only like, it's very quick. We go through it very quickly, so don't worry about it. There's a little bit of graphic content of mutilation and sexual assault.
Oh God.
It's not too much.
Okay.
It's bearable. So today we're going to talk about Kerian Kelly, Irish serial killer. Do you know him?
That name sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't really say that I know what happened.
Okay, well then I will tell you. Kieran Patrick Kelly was born in Rathdowney, Laois, Ireland in 1928. When Kieran was 25, he and his mate Christy Smith moved to London. Now, throughout this story, Kieran mostly worked odd jobs and was a petty thief and a pickpocketer. And he also sort of appears to be homeless. It seems that he was living rough the whole way throughout his time in London.
Aww.
And the whole way through this case. Mm-hmm.
Do we know how long he was there? A long time, was it?
I think it was like over 30 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Kieran spent most of his days being a drunken nuisance, as well as hunting and killing what he called poofters.
What? Poofters? Wait a minute. Is that a slur against homosexual people?
I don't know. I'm saying it because that's what he said.
I have not heard that term in a long time.
I don't think it's like a commonly used slur around the world.
It's kind of a bit of an old man thing, isn't it? It's definitely all negative.
Yeah, it's very negative.
So what did he do? He beat them up? He hunted them? What the?
Well, this is what he would say was his hobby for 30 years.
I always wonder when people are so obsessed with a particular set of people, it's like, I wonder why. Why do you want to be so close to them?
Why are you so angry at them?
Why are you so angry? What's the struggle?
On Christmas Day, 1975, he's been in London for quite a few years, actually decades at this point.
Okay, wow.
Hector Fisher was found dead, dressed as Santa in Clapham Church graveyard.
Oh no, a dead Santa in a graveyard. This is grim.
Doesn't it remind you of...
that? Remind you of what, sorry?
It's like Stephen Porter, or Stephen Port.
Yeah, I'm getting
the
that
grinder
vibe
killer,
all right.
Dead in a...
I think it was like a wall beside a graveyard, or beside a church at least, wasn't it?
With Stephen Port. Yeah. Hector was an elderly beggar who had been stabbed repeatedly in the head and neck.
Dear God.
Hector had last been seen on Christmas Eve hanging out with a bunch of men who were also dressed as Santa. Yeah. Which is sad. I mean, they're having such like a normal Christmas Eve like night out.
Yeah, they're having the crack. Yeah.
So on Christmas Day, unfortunately, they find him dead. Police called in dozens of these Santa suspects, including Kerian Kelly. However, police had no evidence to link a murder charge, like no knife or witness or whatever. They just knew that he was in the area at that time. And so Kieran was let go. But, spoiler alert, it was Kieran.
Yeah, getting that vibe. I wonder, was Kieran also dressed as a Santa that night?
Maybe that's how he got called in.
Can you imagine seeing a Santa killing another Santa?
Oh, that'd be fucked up.
Mental.
That's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Write that down. In 1977, a year and a half later, 68-year-old Maurice Wiley was found dead on the streets of Soho. Poor Maurice had his face and genitals had been brutally stabbed and mutilated.
Dear God.
And the neck of a broken bottle had been shoved up his anus.
Oh, stop it. Stop
Yeah.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
Kieran's got some issues.
Oh, he got issues, yes.
Like,
Yeah.
God. Okay.
I mean, multiple stab wounds to the face is
personal.
It's so personal, and genitals is like so sexual as well as obviously.
Yeah, there's a
the bottle. There's like a sexual element to it.
Yeah. Cheekers.
It's okay. That was the worst one.
I had a feeling that was it.
Yeah. It's pretty grim. But police swiftly found a drunk Kieran and a drunk acquaintance who has no name, but we'll just call him John.
Okay.
Kieran and John were wandering around Soho, intoxicated, with blood all over their clothes.
Dear God.
And so the police were like, hey, you guys, come on in. So they pulled them in for questioning. John quickly squealed and told the police that he had witnessed Kieran brutally murder and mutilate Maurice, and was even able to recount all of the details and everything that Kieran had done to Maurice.
Wow.
So Kieran was arrested and put in jail and charged with murder. But 6 months later, when it came to the trial, Kieran's lawyer argued that the state's key witness, John, was a notorious alcoholic and blind drunk at the time of Maurice's murder. So again, Kieran was acquitted, released from jail, without charges. John quickly disappeared and was never seen or heard from again.
Oh, John dead. He did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good guess.
Yeah.
6 months after the Maurice murder trial in May 1983, an elderly unnamed beggar was nearly killed when he fell onto the tube tracks at London's Kensington station.
Oh God, that's so scary. I hate that about the tubes, the way it's just so open. Oh, I hate it.
Thankfully, the train driver managed to stop in time and the man was unhurt. Many witnesses in Kensington station said, no, he didn't fall. He was pushed. That man, pointing at Kerian Kelly, pushed him. Kieran was arrested and charged for attempted murder. But, yet again, when it came to trial, the jury were unable to decide if this was, in fact, an attempted murder or an accident.
How you accidentally push someone so hard that they go all the way over the edge.
I know, right?
I don't know. Unless he was really close to the edge already. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Why does he keep getting off? What year is this again?
It's like the late 70s. Oh, wait, no, early 80s.
That might explain some of it, but still shouldn't have been getting away with so much.
Yeah.
It's not that long ago, like.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah.
I don't know when CCTV footage came in.
But just in terms of like evidence and stuff, you know, in technology, they had a lot back then, so it's like, come on.
And so he was acquitted and released without charge. A few months later, on August 4th, Kieran was back in a holding jail. This time he was charged with robbery and public drunkenness. So I suppose he was like in a drunk tank.
Yeah.
While in the drunk tank, there was another homeless guy called William Boyd.
No, get out of there. He's going to kill you.
William was very loudly sleeping off his hangover. And this loud snoring got on Kieran's last nerves, as he was also hungover and experiencing withdrawal. So, to end the snoring, Kieran crushed William's skull, I assume with his foot. Then Kieran took off his socks, tied them in a knot to make a noose, and proceeded to strangle William Boyd to death.
Was the skull crushing not enough?
That's what I wondered, but this is apparently what happened.
But this guy does that. He does overkill, like the bottle earlier,
Yes.
the broken bottle, like that, all of that overkill. He's this angry dude.
Right.
I mean, the fact that can happen, that there's no one watching them or...
Oh, there was another guy in the drunk tank who's seen the whole thing.
Oh, God.
Oh,
he's traumatized. Cheekers.
The next morning, police found William dead on the floor.
Oh, God.
While the other guy who was in there, the other cellmate, who witnessed the whole thing, was freaking out, cowering in the corner, begging the police to protect him. Please separate me from Kieran. He is a psycho. and he told the police everything that Kieran had just done.
Mm-hmm.
They looked over at Kieran, and Kieran was sat on the bed, smiling. So detectives brought Kieran in for questioning, obviously. They've already got him. And at this point, the police thought he was just a homeless alcoholic and petty thief. Because remember, he had been acquitted of the murder and the attempted murder charges previously.
Yeah.
So Kieran confesses, yes, I killed William Boyd. I crushed his skull and strangled him. For whatever reason, Kieran decided to keep on going. He confessed to the police the other crimes he had gotten away with. He confessed to the Christmas murder of Hector Fisher and the murder of Maurice Wiley and the attempted murder of the elderly beggar. He then went on to describe even more murders where he was not even suspected.
I think it's like he's been caught, so he knows they literally have him. And it's now, I think this is a pride thing now. Like, look at all that I've done.
Oh, I suppose you're saying... I never thought about it. I was like, why is he telling them? So you're saying, like, if he's going to go away for one, he may as well tell them everything.
Yeah, because I think it goes... It's like you don't want to just be put away for one, and one that is so easily solved. Like, it was clearly him. There was 3 people in there. Yeah. And, you know, it's pretty obvious it's him, so it's just, yeah, I think his pride is sort of coming out now.
Ugh.
And I think people like that sometimes enjoy telling other people the sordid details and kind of watching them squirm a bit, and I think he's loving this attention.
Kieran told the police that he was successful in killing another man by pushing him onto the train tracks in Oval Station, only days after the Kensington Station attack on the elderly beggar.
Oh my God. So because it didn't, you know, it didn't work, he was like, oh, I gotta do it again. I gotta get my result that I wanted. What? It's bizarre. Well, to me, it's bizarre for a homeless person to be killing other homeless people. It's like, that's your people. Why are you, like, you're in the same boat as them. Like, would you not be sympathising with them? Why are you attacking them? Like, I just don't...
Yeah.
Maybe it happens more than I think, but I just find that weird.
You think that they would, like, have camaraderie?
That's what I would think, yeah.
Or maybe they do, and just he didn't.
He's just the odd one, yeah.
Maybe.
You get psychos everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. He also bragged about how he had killed John, the notorious witness alcoholic who had disappeared once Kieran was acquitted and released. Remember the guy who squealed? So he killed him, and nobody ever noticed that John disappeared, and so
I find that
Kieran
so
was
sad.
never
it's
questioned.
Almost like no one cares, and because they're like,
yeah,
maybe they're a bit transient as well. Like sometimes they're in London, sometimes they're not, and how do you keep track of someone like that with no address? And
yeah, it's very sad.
I'm wondering when Christy Smith is going to come back into this.
Oh my God.
Sounds like such a fake name.
No, it's a real name. It's literally the next sentence.
I was thinking it. I could feel it. Oh, what has he done to Christy? Wait, that was years ago. He moved to Ireland.
Yes.
No, he moved from Ireland to London with this guy.
Yes.
So you'd want to be buds if you're moving together. So what has he done to this person who has history with? Oh Lord.
So Kieran admitted that he murdered his best mate from Ireland, Christy Smith.
Oh my God.
See, Kieran and Christy moved to London together from Ireland in 1953. So after a few weeks of being in London, one day they were both heading out to the Queen's coronation.
As you do. Very casual.
Do you really think that they want to go watch that? No, they were not going to watch it. They were going to go pickpocketing.
Yeah, I was thinking it just didn't seem like their kind of gig. So I was like, why are they? What's going on?
What?
Yeah, see, people are like standing, staring up, waiting for her to come out, and you would be you'd be distracted. It's a good opportunity.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They're on their way to the Queen's coronation, and while in the underground waiting for the train, Christy says to Kieran, "Don't you think you should settle down and get a wife? Sure, you're 25.
Christy said that to Kieran.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, because Kieran kicked with the other foot, and Christy didn't know that, Kieran, instead of interpreting this as a conversational topic, like which is a normal thing to talk about when you're going to get married, Kieran interpreted this as an accusation of being gay.
Oh my God, that's because it's all he thinks about.
Which was illegal in 1953.
Oh my God.
Like, you could go to jail for it.
Oh my God, wait. It was illegal.
Illegal.
In
You would go
London
to jail.
in England at that time.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's not that long ago.
It's not that long ago. It's very shocking.
Really, really weird. So like when our parents were alive, it was illegal.
Yeah,
That's
it
weird.
was illegal, yeah.
That's really weird.
So Kieran freaked and was also worried that Christy would tell his family and friends back home that he was gay. But I don't think Christy actually knew that he was gay. Just Kieran was being paranoid.
And even maybe if he did know, maybe he would have been cool about it. I think this is Kieran's problem, is he doesn't even give people a chance. Like, he just sees it as a negative thing and he's just gone crazy.
Yeah, it's like he's being brought up that being gay is wrong and it's a sin, so he hates himself and he hates like the urges and he hates other gay people.
I think he's angry because he can't have what he wants either. He's not allowing himself to have what he wants. So he's frustrated, and
the world, society isn't allowing him to have it either.
But it's like, why are you hurting everyone else? Like, this is going to sound horrible, but if he hurt himself, do you know, like, why? Do you know what I mean? It's that fact that he's externalizing it. It's just like, he's just,
So he was freaking out that he would tell his friends and family back home. So as the train pulled into the station, Kieran pushed his friend onto the tracks and boom, he had committed his first murder within the first few weeks of living in London.
Dear God. Like, also, how obsessed are you with yourself? Like, kill someone else just so that people, even if he did know he was gay, like, no one cares. Like, even if he did tell a few people, it's not like he had so much to lose. He was homeless in London. If people find out, it's like, you know what I mean? Not like you're going to lose your job, or you're going to, like, I mean, you might get arrested because it's illegal, but I don't know that he's acted on it, and he's getting arrested anyway for, like, doing violence. So, like, it's just like, what is the logic with this guy?
What is the logic, Kieran?
Kieran.
So it is assumed that Kieran had an internal battle with being gay and being homophobic at the same time.
Yeah, that's gotta be confusing.
That's what it is. It led him to lash out, particularly at men.
Yeah.
It is unknown why Kieran decided to randomly spill the beans after 30 plus years of getting away with all these murders. But a year later, in June 1984, when Kerian Kelly was about 56, he was convicted of the Hector Fisher murder and was sentenced to life in prison. Seemingly unfazed about taking a life, Kieran departed from the courtroom with a cheerful, "Happy Christmas to you all."
What? Was it Christmas time?
I think it's because Hector Fisher was found in a Santa suit.
That's what I was wondering, is it connected to that? But
it's so sick. That's so gross.
So why would your brain think to say that? Okay. So he's not remorseful whatsoever?
No, it doesn't seem like he's remorseful. It doesn't seem like he was ever remorseful. Ever, like.
I would be scared to put him in a prison with loads of other men. I take it he didn't commit any more crimes, did he? Or
I don't think so. A few days after, he also received a second life sentence for the murder of William Boyd. Kieran admitted to 5 murders, but it is likely that Kieran has killed more men. Kieran could be one of Britain's most prolific murderers if the 31 suspected murders in the London Underground can be proved.
31 suspected are linked to him? Dear God. Are they mainly people being pushed in front of the trains, is that?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So there is about 30 deaths, and they're suspected murders that all happened on the Northern Line, on this one line.
Wow. But, I mean, if it had been him, would he have not admitted because he seemed to like admitting?
Now, this is me speculating. Maybe he admitted to the people he knew.
I mean, if you just push a randomer, you don't know their name, how you
you're like, nah.
Explain and say who that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Or maybe he was so drunk he doesn't remember pushing them.
I mean, 30's a lot of people, but also he's drunk, so you don't always remember things very well. So
apparently, but unproven, Kieran would stalk his victims and then just nudge them in front of the oncoming train.
This is literally my worst nightmare.
I know, it's so scary.
Oh, that's horrible.
Apologies to any London listeners.
I know. I think people are already conscious of it already. It's
I know.
It definitely
Stand
goes through my
behind the
mind.
yellow line.
Oh, I hate it. Just stay way back. I know there's sometimes you can't though, because there's just so many people that you can't stay
so
back.
busy. Kerian Kelly died in prison in 2001.
Wow, what a bastard.
Okay, so he could be one of the most prolific serial killers. So how come he is unknown?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why he's unknown. Because people don't care about homeless. People don't care about gay homeless men. Mm-hmm. There's your answer.
Yeah.
Pretty
much. That is like an obvious like answer. But also there is a conspiracy theory that Scotland Yard like didn't release these murders on purpose.
Because why? Because they couldn't prove them, or because what?
So the details of Kieran's murders were not like published until 2015.
What?
Yeah, nobody knew about them until 2015. It was a former detective who had like access to his files. He wrote a book, Geoff Platt, and he delved into Kieran's life, arrests, crimes, and statements. According to Platt, when police were called to the scene of a London Underground death, Kieran would always be there and would give a statement to the police.
Oh.
He would say that the person who had just died was suicidal and stressing about marriage and money problems right before stepping in front of a train.
Oh my God.
Platt also theorises that Scotland Yard covered up his crimes of pushing people because they didn't want to cause public hysteria.
I get that. Still not okay to not disclose, but I get the reasoning.
Yeah, like it would be very scary. But yeah, I think that like they were able to not publish the crimes and the deaths because they were homeless. They were able to...
That's it, yeah.
Okay, and that's the end of the case.
Wow, well done.
Goodbye. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Slanawalia. Such an Irish name, Kerian Kelly. I don't know, I'm just always like, what if someone just pushed you? Oh.
They could, easily.
Of course they could, yeah. Oh, it's horrible. I just stay well back.
Yeah, it's really creepy. Yeah. I'm surprised there's not more. I wonder how many accidental deaths there are.
There's probably a few. Do you remember that horror movie about the tubes in London?
I remember that. I think about it all the time.
One of our worst.
It was just awful.
Awful. That and The Descent, those two really stayed with me.
Oh, The Descent. Oh. It still freaks me out.
Oh, it's hard. I hate it. I hate it.
Especially the end.
The end
when
is the worst.
She thinks she's got out.
Oh, that killed me. I wasn't right after that. I was, oh my God, I was livid. Yeah. You just don't know what you do with yourself. There's no resolve. It's just like, I hate endings like that.
Yeah, I hate when horror movies don't like resolve themselves.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I need to know that the killer is dead, or I need to know that she got out and she's okay.
Think of the twisted people that make those movies. Write that.
Think of the twisted people who watch it.
For entertainment.
There's a demand.
No, we do it to ourselves. Me Time and Murder would like to thank and acknowledge our sources that make this podcast possible. References can be found on our Instagram page.